Stop that. You have no idea what you're up against. This course trap. Rated PG-13.
That was a long one. The camera is just, it's because I pushed it back more. So I zoomed it in. What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. I hope you guys had a great week. I know I had a great week. And, I don't even know what else to say about it. I just had a great week. And I know that tomorrow, or Friday, I'm going to have a good day. Because I haven't seen my girl Sharon in about a month. So we're going to get together, get some drinks, get some food, and have a good time. If you did not know, Mikkel and I will be a part of the Monitoring Hollywood 7 panel for the PABG. If you would like to attend and you are not a member of the PABG or a college student, admission is $5. But if you are a college student or if you're a member of the PABG, admission is free. And that's on.
You must bring an ID.
Yeah, you must bring your college ID. And that's on Tuesday, September 29th. The event starts at 7 o'clock. For the location and everything, the link is inside the more info box if you would like to register on Evite to attend the panel. I want to say thank you to some people that sent me to some people, just to get some advice and speaking advice and everything, because I know I'm a little bit nervous and everything. So thank you so much. I went to this website called TalkToAmber.com, and I gotta say I got some nice tips on there and everything. So she was pretty good. I seen that she had some Periscope videos on there. And speaking of Periscope, I have finally joined Periscope. So you can follow me at the Scorpion, and I'll just get on there at random times, like I was saying yesterday when we were on there. Any other announcements? The Philadelphia AIDS Walk is October the 17th. Yeah, 18th. It's October 18th. So if you would like to walk with me, you can meet me on the steps of the Philadelphia Art Museum. I still haven't even registered for the walk yet, but I'm going to do that. The walk starts at 9 o'clock. And this should be over at 10:30. The walk is much shorter, like last year, so it's only like an hour and a half. So afterwards, the plan is to go get something to eat or maybe something to drink as well. If y'all know a good place where they got them damn bottomless mimosas, let me know. Or if you feel like, I just got finished walking, but I still got energy, or I want to go to Mikkel's Church. Mikkel's Church is at 54th and Vine, and service start at 11, and I believe you're having an anniversary service. So y'all can attend the AIDS Walk, or you can attend Mikkel's Church. They have something on other people's influence, and I just might show off with the food. Just good food. That would be so tempting.
I'll make sure he does.
I'm just bringing a little food, right? I'm not just going to pay my tithes with you. So, how you doing? How you doing? If you have stop it. If you have not hit that thumbs up button yet, please click that thumbs up button and please share on Facebook, Twitter, or wherever you share our videos. So I just got finished watching this week's episode of Love in the Hip Hop. Hollywood. And these people are goddamn nuts. Just like I told y'all on Monday about that Tierra damn ring. You alright?
Yeah, you know how you get that shape.
Oh, isn't that ear?
No, the ear feels good.
Tierra Marie Child, she fucking riding. And I knew that was her plan all along, just to get back to Ray J. Well, if I can't be with Ray J, you damn sure can't be with Ray J. So I'm just going to break up this whole happy home. Now, at first it looked all sincere and shit. Then when she get back with her girl, she was all like, well, fuck them. And fuck that. They was together when I was with him and everything. Ain't gonna be no peace, ain't gonna be no happiness. I'm like, Tierra, you are too fucking old for this bitter ass shit. So now you wanna break them up because what they did to you. You already messing your own blessing up because it's a blessing not to be with Ray J. And he done did this to you many, many times. And you accepted it. And now Ray J think that, okay, I'ma just keep a bitch at home. No, Ray J, who are you? Ain't nobody staying at home just for you, just because you Ray J. And ain't even got no kids or no ring or nothing. Like, who the hell do you think you are to be doing this? And what's her name? Princess Princess, you need to let this go. You talking about, oh, I done moved from such and such all the way to Hollywood to stay in somebody's house. I don't fucking think so. And you want to let Tia Marie just pump you all up. Yeah, I'm going to go out and hang with my girls. This is something you should have already been doing. You should be doing yourself too. If Ray J went around in these streets and party and do whatever you want to do, you should be able to do the same thing and lay your head right back on the same pillow he do with you. So, I mean, I just don't get that whole relationship. It's just stupid. Then y'all beating each other up. Y'all shouldn't even be together.
Well, y'all said that's not.
She said it's not true. Oh, they beat
Well, she said that she didn't break his bones and all that extra stuff. So they probably be girlfriends. They fighting, right?
Yeah, I know they fight. I know they are. And then, what's her name? Nia and Chow. What's the girl with the big titties? Kim Kardashian and all of them. Oh, Nikki. She, all right, Nikki, now all of a sudden you a good friend and everything. I still don't fucking like it because I just don't like how the way she paid for that whole body. I would just be honest. I just don't like it. It just seems like everything on her is fake and paid for. And
Stiff.
yes, very stiff.
Like her body.
Her titties just be.
I mean, her body looks nice. You know, I'm sure a guy would look at that. But at the same time, it's stiff and not like if she was to go shake her ass, it wouldn't move.
Yeah, I hope she don't have any complications in the future from having all this work done and shit put in her body. But so they having this little photo shoot. Now they had this photo shoot with Tia Marie, Nikki Combs, right? And then this April there. And then all went down. And that's how they found out the girl.
No. They found out the girl was talking to Soulja Boy when Tierra Marie and Nikki was going to meet up with her.
Okay,
they're doing a show together.
Well, before that, let's talk about that whole little photo shoot scene or whatever. April, you know who you look like to me now? You look like the first transgender model from America's Next Top Model that was on there. So she has them heavy ass features, and this time I was like really, really able to see it. And you talking about we not together right now. We don't know what's going on.
Talking about her
and Miles. Yeah, she know damn well her and Miles ain't getting together, and that Miles is up there fucking with Malak. Miles and Chuck. I'm like, I gotta get used to saying Miles and Malak.
That's not even a believable relationship.
No,
they're so. I posted on Instagram the other day that Miles and Milan, the way they interact with each other, and after they left that strip club, it just seems like a newbie relationship. It doesn't seem like two people that have been together for a long time, and it definitely doesn't even come off as a sincere relationship on TV. It just comes off as, yeah, we're gonna act like we're together to be on this show so we can get a check, and you're gonna act like your family doesn't know that you're gay. And your girlfriend, who,
and she said on it too.
She's, we're gonna act like she doesn't know that you're gay. And I'm sure there's gonna be this big blow up scene when she supposedly finds out that he's gay. I mean, it's just all not. This whole thing is not believable at all. I would have rather them found another heterosexual couple rather than this gay couple, or a gay couple that's
out. And how about it not being on the damn low, it is what it is. And if they're gonna work with us, they're gonna work with us, and they're not. Right. But all of this creeping on y'all creeping on camera. I will be fucking nervous about anything and everything that I reveal when it comes to something like that. So that's why it just don't seem believable. I'm sorry. Because if he in a closet, bitch, I would have had his face covered up the whole time. And then, something they give it a little mystery to the storyline. But this, Milan is like Miles is like he done been a couple of things, been up to things, a whole lot of things. And like he just new to this shit. He ain't new to this at all. Talking about what everybody gonna think about. I already told the gays running this shit anyway. If they gonna work with you, they gonna work with you. They not, they won't. And that's fine. And I'm just not feeling their whole vibe. So, Nikki.
Subway Symphony is the idea I had.
So Nikki meets up with Tia Marie, and they had this other girl come up that said she was fucking with Soulja Boy and everything. Talking about we've been off and on for years and everything. But they was like, well, wait a minute now. because we know Nikki like that. You know, Nia's my friend and everything, and she's been off and on with him too. So while he was off and on with her, he was off and on with you. So it just a lot of stuff was just looking funny, and you know, I just wasn't here for that shit. And so she meets up with old girl Nia and tells Nia what was I talking about? Yeah, she was my friend a long time ago, but we stopped being friends and everything. She's like, well, she's having an event and I want you to come show up to this little whatever cheerleading shit or some type of shit they was doing in the field. That's what they was going to be out here doing. So what made me mad is when they get to the goddamn field and Nia's there and the girl is there, Nia talking all of this shit. I'm thinking she's really going to beat this girl up, and Nia does nothing. And that made me upset because you don't be talking about, oh, I will knock you the fuck out, and then when the producers come, you let the producers grab you and break shit up. Tell me I could do this and I could do that, and you want to start cursing at me? No, bitch. You supposed to say you're not going to fuck up my good ass relationship that I allegedly got with Soulja Boy. And then Soulja Boy, he not even, she's okay with me just being on the road and fucking whoever I want to fuck on the road. Him telling Biz that. I'm just not there for that. Woman, you have to know your worth. And if he can't take you on the road with him, something ain't right. If he making all of this money, talking about, yeah, she at home, but I'm on the road and I got these girls, she know that they don't mean nothing to me like she do. What the fuck? Let's see how you feel when you go to that STD clinic and see that you got some disease from him being with some other bitch on the road. Well, like, this is nasty.
Well, Nia kind of admitted to what Soulja Boy said when her and Nicki
because she don't know her word.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like she didn't act. It's not like she acted as if she didn't know that Soulja Boy was cheating on her. You know, her whole thing. I know you guys heard her when she said, "Well, at the end of the day, he's coming home with me." So you know, that's right there letting you know. Well, yeah, he's out there cheating, but he's mine, and it's like making babies, and you know, I mean, people like Nia, you can't really take serious, and you can't look at her serious, you know, because to me, Nia still looks like one of the. I don't know how old she is. But to me, when I watch the show, she just comes off as one of the younger members. Like her whole demeanor is like very schoolgirlish, you know. Even down to what she said at the store with Nicki. First of all, I can't even imagine Nicki and Nia hanging together because they just seem like two total opposite, age-wise, everything-wise. Like they're friends, and you know her whole, you know, well, he's coming home with me at the end of the day. I'm thinking like, is this girl serious? I can imagine my friend coming to me and telling me, oh, you know, I just found out somebody you talk to is messing with this person. And I say, oh, well, at the end of the day, he's coming home with me. Because then I'd be that friend like, well, damn, should I have been consistent? It's like, damn, you seem to be fine with it. And then you get to the part, and then you throw this whole, oh, I just want to know what's going on, but you already know what's going on. So why do you even show up to act like you don't know what's going on? We know you know what's going on. And Soulja Boy knows that you know what's going on. I can't think of the young lady's name that he's sleeping with, but she looks like somebody that should be on Black Ink. She knows what's going on too. Everybody knows what's going on. It looks like she missed the audition for Black Ink, really. And y'all know what I'm talking about.
Very rough. Yeah, she's talking about everybody up there talking around everything. I'm like, what?
No, she said Soulja Boy is beating up for seeing you.
And how my kids taste and all of that. That line is so old.
It's very old and tired, but
yeah, so Moniece and Rich Dollaz. Oh my God,
we forgot to talk about them last week.
Yes, we sure did.
Can I just say
I'll let you talk.
Monique and Rich Dollaz. I hosted last week when I first saw the episode with Rich Dollaz coming on. Has Moniece not seen Love and Hip Hop New York? Has she not seen how Rich Dollaz finagled his way with young girl after young girl after young girl after young girl after young girl? Notice I say young girl. Rich Dollaz and Moniece. Rich Dollaz looks like he's old enough to be her father. He really does. When I watch the two of them together, I get like a little cringe because I'm like, this is like some guy and his daughter talking nasty to each other. They shouldn't be doing it. Moniece, if you honestly think that Rich Dollaz is going to want to build anything other than a sex relationship,
I gotta delete some stuff off of here.
as I was saying, Monique, do you honestly think that Rich Dollaz is going to take you serious other than this whole sex thing. Because if you think that he's going to want to build a serious relationship with you, have kids with you, you are moving in wrong. Dead.
All we need to sell Strongbow hard cider is ice. So sorry, Sir Patrick. Strong fired. Fired? Yeah, fired. How dare Strongbow!
It's wrong, sweetheart. You have got to be one of the dumbest people I've seen on reality TV in a very long time. And I tend to see a lot of dumb people on reality TV. But what takes the cake with you is this guy comes from another franchise of the one that you're on. And on the franchise that he's on, he's known as this player, as this dog, as this fly-by-night guy who's sleeping with every new thing that comes to town. And you honestly think that this man is going to take you serious? Rich Styles, he must have some bomb game plan. Because there's no way on God's green earth that I would even look twice at him, let alone take him serious relationship-wise. There's just no way on God's green earth. You have to be a little bit more smart. I would have rather you try to continue to work it out with Lil Fizz. That would have been more believable. Because this right here, it's only going to be a tomato in your face. Because he's going to look you a few times,
covering up that ear. If I come up out that shit, I have to move in my house.
For Rich Dollars, you know this for Rich Dollars?
I want you to be my family. He must have turned out real good.
Real good. That's what I'm saying. He must got some good.
Because,
there's no way on earth Mikhail's going to cover up any tattoos. First of all, I don't have any tattoos. There's no way on earth I'm covering up any tattoos for Rich Styles. I'm not thinking about moving in with Rich Styles. I'm not thinking about looking his way, that way, you know. It's just
Bible needs some
Rich.
I forgot his name that damn thing.
Bible needs some Rich.
So I know y'all watched the Republican convention, the debate last night on CNN. I watched the beginning. I started watching like around 6:30, and I watched it all until 11 o'clock. I was ready to check out at a lot of moments. Something I did not like was how Jake Tapper really didn't have control of this debate. He kept saying, thank you. No, listen, thank you. That's how I would have went off of them. We got a certain amount of time for this debate, and you're going to say what you got to say, and that's it. Or blow a horn or something. Something has to be done in CNN to get another debate. Because I didn't like how they kept over talking. They were like, no, I have to finish this. No, I have to get to the next question. He didn't have no, like, I'm running this. I would love to see how Emerson Cooper would have been instead of Jake Tapper controlling the debates.
Can I speak on that? Sure. I think that I actually like the fact that happened because there were a lot of moments where different candidates were saying different things indirectly about other candidates. And sometimes I didn't even hear them say another candidate's name, but that candidate really did talk about it. And they wanted to jump in and respond to it, and Jake wanted to jump to another question. And I'm like, no, don't jump to another question. Let them respond to this shade that these people are throwing. And that to me made the debate even more enjoyable and watchable because you got to hear people throw their shade and you got to hear people respond to the shade that was thrown to them indirectly. I think Jake Tapper did a really good job. I mean, to be honest with you, I think the other two moderators didn't need Jake because it was like you heard more of Jake Tapper than you heard of those two. And I didn't realize that the other guy, he was a staunch Republican because, you know, he was just kissing ass all up and down the board, you know, what the case may be. But I'll let you say that's going.
That's what I think it should be another way that is handled, where they can say they got to say the other person got something to say, they can respond. But once your time is up, damn it, your time is up. That's how I feel. And these people that supposed to have I know it's 11 people, but you got to prep your people before they start speaking or how they're going to respond to an answer because a lot of them were very long-winded and they were just losing me as they went along. Trump, you know what, y'all? I really don't see it for Trump. He was very good at throwing shade and everything. But this is all an entertainment activity. He's enjoying it, and he's beating the polls. And Trump, if you're already ahead of him, some people in there are they have nothing to do with God. If you're out there show nobody that candidate that everyone is contemplating with the polls. But understand this poll doesn't be the damn thing until they go to the actual poll and they push in that vote for who they want to be the next Republican nominee. I don't think he really has an idea when it comes to foreign policy and domestic policy and everything that goes on here. He's just having so much fun out there. So many people are, they watch it from home. I don't even know what's in their business for right now. But a lot of people are watching home to see, what he's going to say, what he's going to do. He should have apologized to Bishop White for what he said. He should have just apologized to Holly because he was wrong for what he said. And telling her you're beautiful was that was just bullshit. Instead of having a sincere apology. A lot of people had a chance to respond to a lot of things that were said about them during the campaign trail, but I want to know I wanted to know more about what everybody has a plan for. Why? Before that, CNN, for the next station of this debates, pick the top 5 people that are in the running. Because 11 people up there is just ridiculous. If you have less than 3%, you should not be up there for these folks. But overall, I did like some of the stuff they said. Some stuff I did not like is about the Planned Parenthood. Because I know that I had to ask this on Twitter, doesn't Planned Parenthood come with more things just besides abortion? And they do. And the 3% that they use towards abortions is not used from funded money. I guess it's used from their money, or I don't know how they're funding to do that, but that's how they're doing it. So I don't think it should be okay just to say, we just want to get rid of Planned Parenthood and we don't want nobody to pay for women to get contraceptives or condoms or all that female stuff, mammograms, all the things that go on with women's stuff. I just don't think that's just right to do that. Now this video they were talking about the Planned Parenthood, I haven't seen it. Have you seen it? I don't even think I want to see it, the way they were talking. But I heard that the way they showed that Planned Parenthood video, it was very edited and things like that. So I don't even know who to believe.
On the topic of Planned Parenthood, you have some good things about it and you have some bad things about it. A lot of people, my opinion on Planned Parenthood is just it's a good thing to have females when they're going through with their health, their bodies and whatnot, and abortion. But I do agree that you have to be very careful when it comes to abortion, because in the past we have seen just looking at this over videos of these theories of Planned Parenthood out in California, I think it was, talking about selling body parts of dead babies, and they were secretly being recorded. Now, if Planned Parenthood is supposed to be helping, then why are y'all, not all, but some of y'all, and this is the I don't think, I can't really speak for them, but I think that is one of their main issues, because a lot of people, Republicans, Democrats, Catholics, a lot of people do not agree with abortion. And many people believe that life begins at conception and not at birth. That's just how a lot of people feel. And so they feel as though abortions are wrong because you're killing a being. And not only that, but you're killing the being, and then you're selling the body parts. You know what I mean? It's like how can you justify that? So that part, I totally agree. I think they need to do a overhaul of Planned Parenthood and find out how it is that they can stop some of these big places from doing stuff like this and getting caught up like that, because it's just dead wrong. Do I think they should eliminate it? No, I don't think they should eliminate it at all. I really
should
don't.
eliminate doing abortions.
I don't know, because then there's going to be a lot of people saying, well, this, that, and third, and I don't know. I don't know. One of the things that I really was, shocked at was, I think it was Chris Christie who was asked the question. Well, one of them, I think it was asked the question about Social Security and whether or not people who make a certain amount of money should not have Social Security. And Donald Trump said that he actually agreed that people who are rich like him should not get Social Security because they basically don't need it. And I agree. Millionaires and billionaires like Donald Trump, why the hell are they getting Social Security? Social Security were for, when it first started, of course it was for everybody, but when it first started, it was for the retirement of elderly, 65 and older. Now it's gotten to the point that people have to work over 65 just to get something in their Social Security because they're not getting enough. And if you have somebody like Donald Trump who can retire at any point in time, and he has billions of dollars, and yet when he retires or whatever the case may be, or I don't know how old he is, but Social Security is coming into him every month. It's like, well, why is he getting this Social Security every month? This Social Security could be going to somebody who actually needs it. And I was shocked that Donald Trump, well, I wasn't really shocked because it's like, it makes total sense. But I was glad that he agreed to that. Like, why would I be getting Social Security? And they said something like, it should be something, I can't remember the word that was used, but basically, like, you should give an option. You should give an option to wealthy people, whether or not you want to or opt out. And I'm sure there'd be a lot of wealthy people like, no, I don't want Social Security. I got all the damn money. Why the hell do I need it? Because you really don't need it. You don't. You're a billionaire. Like Donald Trump said, I'm a billionaire. Why do I need Social Security? It's not going to make or break me. I don't need that. Another thing that I'm just so not here. I don't want to say, I don't want to make this come out wrong, but we had a conversation today at my job about welfare. And I, for a very long time, feel as though there needs to be an overhaul of welfare. The federal government has allowed welfare and the people who get on it to just go out of control, to the point where there are people who are able to get the hell up to work, they need to get the hell up to work, and they should get the hell up to work, but yet they are on welfare. And we discussed this, my boss and I and a few of my other coworkers, we discussed this. It's not fair that the minute someone has a baby, that they can get on welfare just like that and decide, oh, I don't want to work no more because now I have this baby and I get on welfare. And the more kids you have, the more that they give you. But then let's say somebody like me or somebody else out there who has a job. Yeah, we have a job, we may have a good job, we make good money, but we may need a little help with our finances. We can't go out and apply for welfare because then they're going to turn around and tell us, oh, you don't make too much. But yet, every time I get paid, taxes is coming out of my paycheck to support somebody who can get the hell up and make just as much as y'all telling me that I do. It doesn't make sense. And a lot of people get upset, but I am with the Republicans when it comes to welfare. It's gotten out of control, and I do partly blame the Democrats because they've allowed it to get out of control. It needs to be a complete overhaul of welfare.
People only be on there for like 5 years.
I don't know, but you don't need to be on there for 5 days if you don't have to be on there. Because it's becoming to the point now that it's like people they boast about being, oh, I got stamps or I get my stamps, and it's like, but why? You can get up and work. What is the matter with you? You're 23, you're 21. Why are you boasting about being on welfare? And my boss made a good point today. He said the reason why you have so many of them like that is because it's a generational thing. Their grandmother was on it, their mothers was on it, and now they're on it, and everybody thinks it's okay to be on welfare. Nobody wants to get up and get a job. Don't you know that I hate getting up every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to work? I hate it. I've been working ever since I graduated from high school 11 years ago. And I hate it. But if I don't do it, who else gonna give me money? I can't depend on the government. Because at any point in time, they can tell me, oh, well, we're not giving you no welfare. So then what? You got people who get these public assistant housing. They get $8, $10, $20, $50 a month, and they are still late on the rent. These places are $10 a month for rent, and you're still late with that. You know what I mean? Here's so they got for $600, $700, $800 a month, and you know, it's going to take up $600, $700 a month. You know, in this
Strongbow hard cider is ice. So strong fire. Fired? Yeah, fired. How dare Strongbow!
And you know, they're trying to save up $600, $700 a month. You know, in this you get $6,000 a month. And yet you got it good because you only paying $20 a month for rent in a house, not even an apartment. And then there's about 15 people living under one roof, and all 10 out of 15 people can get the whole rent. You get your daughter coming back and forth with all these 50 kids, it doesn't make sense. It's just not cute. It's not cute, and you know what's so funny? It's not cute, and a lot of people get upset with Republicans when it comes to welfare. But I agree, it's too out of control. There is no control on welfare at all. I remember welfare used to be, when we were younger, I remember there used to be a time where the only time I identified with welfare was with people who actually needed it. Now that I'm an adult, I look at welfare as, oh, that's the easy way. You don't want to work.
Now, what's the difference between WIC and welfare? WIC is just you get milk, bread, and cheese, and all of that.
WIC, if I'm not mistaken, and please correct me if I'm wrong. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. From my understanding, WIC is for mothers with children, and there's certain things that you can purchase with WIC. Like, you just can't go to the market and say, oh, I'm going to grab all this and I'm going to grab all that. No, you have to grab certain items. Like, for instance, I'll just make an example. WIC may say, you can only buy Post cereal, not Kellogg's. Or you can only buy this type of milk, or you can only get this type of substance. You know what I mean? Like, it's certain things that you can get. But WIC is for your children. It's not for adults.
I remember them putting checks back in the day.
You know what I mean?
Like 4 gallons of milk, some cereal.
Right. Certain things that you can get. And if I'm not, I could be wrong. I'm not sure. But if I'm not mistaken, you can only get cold-like foods, like not hot foods. Kind of like an after.
It was never time. Growing up, there was never time milk wasn't in that goddamn refrigerator. I will say that. We had everything in there.
Well, who was on WIC?
Jeremy, Jeremiah, and
you mean when they were little? Oh, when they were little.
I mean, it was you can't never say it was nothing in their house.
What house?
Our house. Well, on Ashley Street.
Well, I had to be. Look how many of y'all lived in there.
Those are some fun times. Oh my! I miss being a kid.
Imagine 13 people under one roof.
It wasn't 13. It was like 8 of us back then. But still,
give or take a
4-bedroom house. We was in the project and 4-bedroom. That house, I miss that house. I miss everything. We had a front yard and a backyard. Like we used to have, it was fun growing up.
That's another thing too. A lot of these, and what I don't like is that these people, first of all, they're giving these people on welfare these really nice houses. You know, they're building these nice homes, townhome-like homes for, you know, low-income people. Mind you, these townhomes, beautiful townhomes that they built for these low-income people in these certain neighborhoods turn to ruins within.
Because they tear them up and go out.
Yeah, they don't know how to appreciate it. You know, they give them, like Kevin just mentioned, they give them a front yard, a backyard for $50 or maybe $40 a month, and yet somebody who's paying $800 or $700 a month for an apartment, and they can't even get a job.
But you know what though?
I understand.
Your rent in the projects is based off your income, so you can still work and only have to pay 30%. So rent might be higher. Because there are some people in the private paying like $500-$600. So they like, if I'm paying this much to them, I might as well go out and get a house. And that's what some people do.
Yeah, but those who are doing that, now correct me, because I'm correct. Those who are doing it that way, if they're able to pay $500 and $600 for rent in the projects, then why not give that up to somebody who can't afford that much? And why not?
Because that's all some people do. Some people been living in projects 40, 50 years and still renting. They like, I'm not going nowhere. This is all I know, and this is where I'm going to die. That's what they do. That's how it is. That's how it is.
And that's the problem. Maybe because I didn't grow up in the project, so therefore I can't understand that thought process. Did I grow up in the hood? Yes, I did. But we didn't grow up to where we, in our mindset, it was like, okay, well, this is it. No, we grew up to you gonna work and you gonna go out and you gonna get your own. I can't even pinpoint a member of my family, which I'm sure there is, but I can't pinpoint a member in my family that I can honestly say, oh, you take advantage of the system. Because that's not how we were brought up. You know what I mean? My grandmother and my grandfather were married for 40 years. They raised 10 children. My grandfather worked for the gas company, and my grandmother worked for the school board. And neither one of them was on welfare. They had to raise 10 kids. You know what I mean? It's like, where do you draw the line and say, you know, now enough is enough and I want better for myself?
If they draw the line by saying, okay, we're only going to give you this assistance for a couple of years, and
what about the people who've been on welfare for like 20 years? Like,
well, it's time for them to go. It's time to cut them off. It's time for them to get up and get a job.
That's fucked up, because why do you allow people to be on welfare for 20 years?
I think that if that's somebody that's been on here for 20 years, we'll take care of you for a certain amount of years. After that, you got to go out and get a job. And that's what they're doing now. They're telling these people, you have to go get a job. They either be going to give you the welfare and you go to this place to learn, or we're just going to cut you off. Because we're not just going to keep giving you free money.
Right. That's just like, I always bring up this story. When I was watching the People's Court, and this girl came to the People's Court and was suing for $5,000 worth of things that were stolen out of the Section 8 house. But apparently, well, you know, if anybody watches the People's Court, the cutoff limit is $5,000. But she claimed that she had more than $5,000 worth of things stolen from out of her house. But the cutoff point was $5,000, so that's what she was suing for. Judge Million let her state plead her case, and the lady was suing somebody. And at the end of, the whole thing, Judge Million looked at her. What do I tell y'all? She was saying that she had this flat screen TV, this bag, this shoe, this bike, this laptop. And so at the end, what? Telling on her son. Section 8. So Judge Million said, you mean to tell me that you had all of these things in your Section 8 house? You have over $5,000 worth of in your Section 8 house, and you think that I am going to award this person to give you $5,000 when you have Gucci, this, that, and the third. The judge was just so over the fact that this girl came here and she basically told her, my taxpaying dollars are providing living for somebody like you when it should be providing living for someone who needs it. If you can afford over $5,000 worth of merchandise to put in your house, then you can get your own regular house and get off of Section 8. And I was so happy that the judge ruled that way. I was so happy because my thing is, you have all these things in your house that's worth over $5,000, and you can't go out and get a nice apartment, not even a house, a nice apartment. Like, and the girl was just like, well, a flat screen TV, and it was like 2 flat screen TVs, this laptop, this Gucci bag, all these things. It's like, but she's not realizing that she's young and she's dumb, and she's not realizing that she's telling on herself. And you're taking all this into a Section 8 home? Because you know what? She didn't even tell him Section 8. I think it was the defendant who said, yeah, it's Section 8. Whoa.
Got out of here. Well, what else was great? And I know it was some more stuff, but hold up.
I just,
I mean, but it's true though. I really think there should be a limit.
It should be, and I think it should be, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I think it should be something where people who are on Section 8, they need to report to somebody. like a caseworker or something once a year and say, look, all right, well, what's going on? Do you have a job yet? Well, why don't you have a job? Okay, you don't have a job. It's been, 2 years since you had a job? Well, by next May, if you don't have a job, you're getting off of Section 8.
I can't find nobody to watch my kids. See,
well, there's all sides
that you have to make better decisions when it comes to laying with the man that's not your children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you can't see him being the father of your children, do not spread your legs. Just in case you get pregnant. Because then now you're pregnant. Now you got to think of all the things you have to do, and you didn't have to do that before when you wasn't pregnant. Who want to watch my baby? And especially if he goes away. If he says, I don't want nothing to do with this, we have to, men and women, to make better decisions on the things that they do when it comes to relationships, when it comes to having children. It's just a hot ass mess, and our children are out there doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Just like Mikkel was at my house yesterday, because it's so frustrating. It's very frustrating when you have some child that you want to help, they complain, and then you got grown ass people making excuses and complaining for them, and this is making me mad, y'all. Do y'all understand that it makes you upset? Then you want to know another one question they ask you? Oh, do you have any children? Excuse the fuck out of me.
No, excuse the fuck out of me for caring about your child. And now I'm on this. Because I told you what they told me yesterday. Oh, y'all need to go have your own kids and
yeah.
Because I said, why the fuck are you up here giving her answers? You should be showing her. Don't give her the answers.
Yeah.
I said because Kevin asked her, how did you come up with that answer to this question? And she said, I don't know.
And they don't have no text.
Why she doesn't know?
Like,
because you're up here giving her the answers. So she's not going to learn that way. Oh, well, if y'all have to, y'all need to go have your own kids. Oh, really? Well, guess what? Because last time I checked, you don't have any kids either.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying. When I'm up here trying to better somebody's child, don't tell me I need to go have some kids of my own. Because then I'm going to look at you and say, well, pussy, you can go find a face. Sure. And then I had the nerve to tell, I said, but her uncle needs her to take her science book downstairs so he can show her, so she can show them what's going on.
Because I didn't even know. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, well, I already helped her with it. You did not help her. You came over the answer, and it's getting on my nerves. Because you cannot write answers down, and then when someone asks you, how did you come up with that specific answer? Oh, I don't know. That's what she said. I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? So how do you know if this is right?
Well, so-and-so
help me. So I come upstairs, because now I want to question so-and-so. So I come upstairs, because nobody else is upstairs. So I come upstairs. Did you help her, or did you give her that? Oh, I helped her with that. Oh, no, I gave her that one, but I helped her with the rest. No! How? I want to know how do you even know the answer, and there's no textbook.
Yeah, because I'm from the old school. I like to read first, and then answer the question.
And then you know who's sitting on the book on the staff. Gonna keep saying, you probably didn't hear it, but she gonna keep saying, oh, but they don't give textbooks now.
Yes, they do.
I'm like,
no, because that's my mom. I'm like, Mom, stop. Just stop.
And now you getting on my nerves.
Now you getting, I was like, because I was saying, back in my time, you will fuck me, and I told her to say, you will fuck me up and my shit wasn't done right. Well, I did what I was supposed to do. All right. That's what you're supposed to let me do what I'm supposed to do and help somebody. There needs to be help. And there needs to be help. Y'all gotta stop making excuses for them. If you want them to bring home bad grades, let them keep doing what the hell they doing. But this is what I tell my kids. Don't be going around talking about, oh, my uncle on YouTube and all this. No, don't do that shit with me and your work ain't right. Then your teacher go to Google. Oh, but their cousin is just, his uncle is just all over and just interview celebrities.
And nobody's not helping her with homework.
Yes! You know about that nigga, hey, look, don't you ever
Now you see why I don't talk about this with my family.
Like, wait a minute, what's going on? So now I'm like, because I'm going to check it. I want to see what's going on. I'm going to take my ass up to that school. That's the thing I'm playing. But I'm going to that school and I'm going to meet those teachers and I'm going to find out every goddamn thing. Because when I went to school, we had 7 subjects. 7 subjects means 7 pieces of goddamn homework. Get that shit the fuck done. Don't play with me. Bring home 2 pieces of homework. No, this is all we had to do. And see what Douglas do over there is they like to get them. They give them papers where we can say, oh, you got to do this one paper every day. No, because then that makes them lazy because they're like, well, I have until Thursday to do my homework and then I can turn it on Friday. No, this shit is due tomorrow. I want the work done. When I was in school, we had a system, a schedule. You know, everything was Monday, get your new words. Tuesday, write them out. Wednesday, write them out. Thursday, write them out. You had the definition and all that done on Monday, too. You studied those motherfucking words. You write them down to jobs. You knew how to fucking spell those words. And then Friday, we had the spelling test. And then what she would do is I'm going to give you a definition and you write down your fucking spelling word because you better have another definition. I don't see dictionary. It's just a fucking mess, man. And they got this new band. Oh, I get mad looking at this shit. I get mad. That's up my mind here. We don't got that. We didn't do that. They frustrated. What the fuck? You need to know your time. I said to me, you know how to count, you know how to spell, subtract and everything. Because everything when you grow up is bills and money. Money and bills. So you gotta how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide that shit. So you know this is what I gotta pay to so and so, or if you have a business, this is how I gotta pay so and so. Because that's how I do that shit every fucking time. Man, now you do need that. You use it in everyday life. Okay, so it's very important not to fuck this up, but you pay attention when you're in class. But these kids today, they're so worried about these fucking basketball wives, these love and hip hop Hollywoods. They want to be fighting, cursing at and disrespecting the teacher. Then they bring their dumbass mother up to the school, and the mother want to fight the motherfucking teacher too. What is wrong with us? What the fuck happened? I just don't get it, man. Then you know, oh, I don't even want to go there. I'm not going to go there. But it's enough. It's enough. And where are the fathers, too? Where are the fathers? Nowhere. And I'm not just talking about being just a black thing, too. But it's really an epidemic. It's an epidemic. The mother got to do everything. Well, now the mother is at work all day, so don't know what our kids are doing. Well, who's watching? This is too much. This is too much. You don't know who's watching. And you don't know who's running in and out of the house. And then that daughter can end up pregnant. And then try to figure out how she got pregnant. Because you worked a fucking 13-hour shift and there's nobody watching your 13-year-old fucking daughter. That's how she got pregnant. And then you got ungrateful ass people too in your family. Because then you watching them and they don't want to give you no coins for watching. But then they want to because your family. Yeah. Oh, they tell you how to bring your house in the front. They tell you how to bring your house. And you know what? Keep her at home with you. Well, you that's right. Fine. That's right. But she knows the rules and regulations at your house. She don't even know here. So keep them there. This is I'm sorry to intervene a little bit, yo, but it's a fucking mess. It's a mess. I got frustrated yesterday when I was here because I started noticing that nobody seemed. But see, that's what I've been complaining about for years. I'm saying, well, wait a minute, nobody really gonna give a fuck. I got my no. That's not the mentality too bad. Yes, you got you. And I did. I told you. And I'm sitting there because I noticed you weren't paying attention. I'm sitting there listening to her. No. Can I go 23rd Street? Like, you know what time to be home. And I'm like, hold up. It's the homework app. Because I heard Kevin say, go to science work. She went in the house, waited for a little minute until we weren't paying attention, and then came out and on that periscope. And that was her cue to say, Grandma, can I go somewhere? And I said, hold it. Hold it, wait a minute. Oh, she said, almost. Because I wanted to make sure I still see that paper, but she said her ass in the house. All this drill team and running around, no, you have to make sure this work is done first. You have to make sure. That's why it's important to stay with your children. And that's why I put it's a new school year. Get to know your teacher.
And shout out to Ariel, because she was a type on it too. And shout out her way to her sons to school because she had to meet the teachers. I said, I didn't know. That's right. That's Marcy. And I can tell you something. My mom could make it, which was rare because she always made it. When she couldn't make it, she'd sit my dad and tell my dad, and you need to ask, and you better ask, and find out what's going on. My mom was the type of mom. She gave. When I was in high school, the teacher had a phone, and she was the type. I don't care if he walks into your class 2 minutes late. Call me and let me know. That's just the same mom I had. She wanted to know every fucking thing. Nowadays, these moms is like, man, you can't even beat your fucking kids up. Like the other day, this little boy was out of control outside of your house. So you know how they were doing the construction, and some of them they left like those cut up wires. So the little boy was sitting there, and he was first of all he had on the filthiest cop. What do you call those things? Leashes that the parents have their kids on. The kids out of control. They put on a leash. He had on the leash. Yes, in North Philly. He had on a leash. And so he was outside with another little boy, and he kept swinging the thing, and he was, getting ready to hit the boy. So I yelled out because they were saying outside the door. I said, don't do that because you're going to hit him, and that's going to really hurt him. So, he looked at me like a little slow, and then he, kept swinging. So when he started swinging it again, I can't remember. I think it was Ariel, and she said something to him the second time. So when she said something, by this time there was a girl who came out of the store. So I thought that was his mom. So I said, when Ariel said something to the little boy and the girl was standing there, and I noticed that she really wasn't reacting, I said, is that your son? And she said, oh no, but he don't listen anyway. I said, oh no, he don't listen. She said, yeah. I said, is he with you? She said, yeah, but his mom was in the store. So I said, okay. I said, we're just telling him not to swing that wire because he's going to hurt somebody. Lo and behold, the mother comes out the store. So when the mother comes out, mind you, the first girl, she recognized me from the show. She's like, oh my God, just got all excited. And asked Charlie, because Charlie's sitting right on step 2. So, I'm like, oh, hi, this, that, the third. But I'm aggravated because I just told you about this little boy and what he's doing, and you're more excited about me than you are telling this little boy stop doing what he's doing. So the mother comes out the store. She's like, oh my God, that's so. So, so they start walking past us, and the little boy starts doing it again. And it's a long wire. And I'm like, are you his mom? And she says, yeah, I'm his mom. And I'm like, you should tell him to stop swinging that because he's going to hurt somebody. That's what she says to me. Honest to God, ex Charlie, ex Erica. That's what she says to me. He don't listen to me. I said, are you his mom? She said, yeah. I said, he don't listen to you? No, he don't listen to me. I said, he needs to start listening to you. And guess what I told her? I said, and if he was my child, I would whoop his ass if he didn't listen. So this guy is walking by. Here we go. I know that's right. I said, yes, because how are you his mother? You said he don't listen to you. He don't listen to me. What the fuck is going on? That you would tell a stranger that your child don't listen to you. I said, are you his mom? She said,
he's a teenager. He beating you up and pulling him on the show trying to get you together.
Beating you the fuck up. And so that's the type of mom. That's the type of mom who sends her child to school to terrorize the kids and the teacher. And so now the teacher's frustrated because she got to focus on this badass child. And she calls the school. She's calling home to let the parents know what's going on. And then the parents start snapping on the teacher. Well, he said that you did no. Remember a few years ago you told that guy that he don't listen to you. You need to have a little bit more control of your children. There's no way on God's green earth that your child should be doing something wrong and somebody says something to you and you say, well, he don't listen to me. He listens to you and he listens to other girls. So who does he listen to?
Himself. His mind told him to do what he wanted to do.
Then it all made sense why he was on the leash. It all made sense.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was a backpack leash and it was filthy.
Oh, she need to get a check for that.
Filthy. I think she does get a check.
But listen, y'all think about what we said, because some of y'all need it too, because it's going on in your homes too. Or if it's not going on in your home, it's a friend that's going on in houses all over. So we're going to go. But you guys have a great weekend. Y'all have a great weekend. And I got to go check some homework. She told me, don't listen to me. She said, take that belt.
And I told her, You need to whoop his ass.
This really works, y'all.
Does it work for me?
But they used to do like,
I don't remember my dad ever doing that. He just coming here. And my dad used to do it in slow motion.
and you know what?
What?
This has so much power. Use it. So we're gonna go. Y'all have a great
I think right before that, the name of Jesus has power, and then the belt has power. The belt has power. So,
All we need to sell Strongbow hard cider is ice. So sorry, Sir Patrick. Strong fired. Fired? Yeah, fired. How dare Strongbow!